Hey everybody, hope that you're doing well. Here's a quick question for you. Do you think Duncan MacLeod can save his friend Lucas Desiree, or do you think he doesn't get there in time, but there's another friend that he needs to save or another person that he needs to save? My name is Shane Comley-White and you're with me at Rocking Out the Movies, and today we are going to be going through a movie called Innocent Man, and it is all about Highlander. Once again, a little bit of a breakdown of what the episode is. So keep in mind there are some spoilers, so if you haven't seen this episode yet, please pause, watch the video, and then come back and I'll describe a couple more things to you as well, with some exciting news that I'm going to be launching for you as well down the line very, very soon.
I'm Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, born 400 years ago in the... well, no, not really. That was a TV show called Highlander. So, just listen to Rocking Out the Movies with me, Adrian, Paul, and Shane Comley-White, and you'll learn some interesting facts.
All right, so the movie or the episode that we're dealing with at the moment is called Innocent Man. And basically what is happening is Duncan MacLeod and Tess are on their way to go visit a friend of his from the past that he knew many years ago, who actually wants to live in a little bit of solitude. And what he does is he moves to the forest, and it's quite an off the beaten track place that he's going to. And Duncan and Tess are on the way to visit him because it would be a great thing to do, right? Obviously. But on the way there, the scene switches to another guy, and the other guy, his name is Leo. Now, he's an old veteran from, I don't know which war. It must have been maybe the World War, I would even say the Vietnam War or something else like that. But I think he's got a lot of PTSD, and he might even have a little bit of a mental issue that has caused him to imagine that he's still in the war, and he talks as if he's still in the battles, and everything that he does is all about what he's been through. But he's a homeless guy, so he looks like a bit of a drifter. You see him walking with a trolley, and he's got the flag on there, and he picks up an old phone which doesn't work to try call in for backup or sergeants or anything else that it is, and he also gets teased on the way. But while you see that happening, a little bit of an unfortunate thing happens. Okay, I know that sounds actually absolutely terrible by saying a little bit of an unfortunate one, but Leo stumbles across a quickening, an immortal battle between two different immortals, not Duncan yet, but it's between Desiree and the sheriff of the town. Now, the sheriff it's Sheriff Crowley. The name says it all. So if you know Supernatural, Crowley, well, yeah, he's the king of he's king of hell. He's the king of the demons. So I think the surname is quite fitting. Anyway, so Duncan notices and he feels the pain and he feels the quickening happening, because he's obviously quite close to where they were meant to be visiting and meeting. And unfortunately, he just realizes right then and then that his friend is dead. So the whole visit, the whole plan, and the whole getaway is obviously completely over. And Duncan heads back with Tess, and then they want to find out, or he wants to find out, what is going on. So then he ropes in Richie, and what he needs to do is he needs to try get to the witness, because he finds out that there is a witness that actually sees what's going on and what has happened. And the interesting way to get hold of the witness, now again, I'm going to revert back to Supernatural. These guys have fake IDs and fake FBI badges and all this kind of stuff, so they get their way into the prison cells and interview the people that they need to without any questions, and it's actually quite funny. However, in Highlander days, they didn't do that, so they needed a little bit of a distraction, and that's where Richie comes into it. He pretends to be breaking into a car, Highlander's car or Duncan's car, which is a T-Bird, Ford, fantastic car, absolutely fantastic car, and it kind of gives him a little bit of an entry into the actual cell itself. So Duncan can get in there and start interviewing and seeing if Leo is an immortal and if he actually did do the killing, okay, which obviously he didn't. And then Duncan goes on a bit of an investigation to try find out who and what did it. Now, this is where the nemesis comes into it, and the nemesis is obviously the Sheriff Crowley, and he seems like he's from the Civil World War kind of era, and he's extremely racist, and he even insults an investigator from the main city, and who's an African American, and unfortunately it becomes quite, how can I say, quite racist. But again, you know what happens, or do you? If you haven't actually learned what happens, go watch the episode because it's a fantastic one. All right, I'm not going to give you too many spoilers. I'm not going to break into every single little element of it, except in the next episode or the next video that's going to be launching soon, where I'm actually going to delve into exactly who Crowley was, what weaponry he uses, what kind of fighting style he's got. So you don't want to miss out on that one. So that's going to be the next video, which is going to be coming out this week as well. So please don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because if you don't know it's coming, you will never be able to watch it, and then you'll miss out, and then you got to go back through all of them and try to find out what had happened and who he was actually. But yes, Highlander, still my favorite, always will be my favorite, and that's going to be something that's fantastic. So, like I said, I've got some news for you. I am launching a Patreon page. Now, this is for you, specifically for you. It's going to be a very, very interesting kind of page. It's going to be able to give you a whole bunch of different access to different videos, some training videos, which I'm going to explain shortly, as well as if you're keen to be part of our productions and our visions, to almost become like an executive producer or a sponsor to it. So please keep a lookout for that. I'm going to be putting a link in very, very soon. It's still in the process of being created. I don't want to give away too much because this is going to be something fantastically unique for you as a Highlander fan and someone who likes swords. So yeah, keep a lookout for that. That's coming very, very soon. You do not want to miss out on that one. All right, everybody, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate all of your subscriptions and the comments. Please don't forget to comment. Let's start a discussion between everybody here and all the different fans and who is interested in this kind of show. I'm going to be bringing you a lot of these. So keep in mind, it's going to be one brief breakdown or synopsis of the actual episode, plus a breakdown of the sword itself, or the nemesis that Duncan has to go up against, or anything else that comes up that's quite interesting within the episode itself. There's 119 episodes, plus we got the movies, and I might even delve into some with Amanda, or her series, so you never know. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Have a great one. Cheers, bye.